As someone who teaches equity, diversity, and inclusion for a living, and in particular, interrupting unconscious biases, I am particularly worried in this moment about the proliferation of biases or the rise in biased behavior because of this very unique, nuanced, complicated COVID environment. There are particular aspects of this COVID environment that, in my view, will proliferate biases. And my hope is that in watching today's video, it helps to raise awareness and help interrupt the negative biases and judgments that we put out there as it relates to how we treat other people. So first of all, there is a real warranted fear, heightened fear of getting sick in this moment because there actually is an invisible virus running around out there that many of us are worried about contracting. When we are afraid, we hold heightened tension and stress in our body, our nervous systems are activated. The bias research tells us that we are more likely to engage in biased behavior. We're more likely to push out negative messages towards others. We are more likely to avoid people that we hold in our outgroups. And so given the heightened fear and activation of the nervous systems, it is likely that so many of us will engage in more biased behavior. But the other thing that's happening right now in this very complicated, nuanced COVID environment is that we are being told as human beings to avoid other human beings. And this is really hard for us because as humans, we are one of the most social mammals out there. We desperately crave membership in groups. We desperately crave being around other people. It helps us to co-regulate our nervous systems. And yet in this moment, we are being told to physically distance. Even in the re-entry back into the workplace or entering back into mixing and mingling in the world, we're being told stay away from people 6 feet apart. Essentially, what we are being told to do is to grow our outgroups, people we say, careful, avoid, and shrink our in-groups, people that our brain would say, you're safe, I should come near you. So we're shrinking our in-groups and we're expanding our out-groups. And of course, this is going to lead to a proliferation or a rise in biased behavior. Not to mention that racist framing of the COVID virus as a Chinese virus in a moment where there's a heightened spotlight on what are you doing to interrupt your racial biases and not be racist in how you behave. And so this is a really difficult moment for us. What can you do about this? The most important things that you can do as it relates to interrupting bias are, first of all, to be embodied, which means understand what activation around judging other people feels like in your body, and also be mindful so that you can hear the negative messaging that you're holding in your brains. How do you make it happen? How do you be in a more embodied, mindful place? Well, I talk a lot about this, bias disruption, at ritubhasin.com, my website. Make sure while you're there checking out my videos and blogs that you also sign up for my mailing list. And just remember after today that even watching this video will help you to become more aware and to disrupt biases. Thanks, as always, for watching.